Hey everyone, Presale here, your second favorite uniswap ape. So in today's video, we're going to be doing the usual weekly update on upcoming hot projects and the past projects we've covered, to go over their performance and to kind of see what the current market strategy is. And before I get to anything, I just wanted to ask, I still notice that most of the people watching my videos aren't subscribed, and it would really help me out if you guys can subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And if you can join my Telegram group, that'll also be pro. I definitely recommend it because I can't cover every single project. There's a lot of projects we're discussing on Telegram, and I give my opinions on there. We discuss if we think it's pro or kak. So yeah, definitely join the Telegram. I think it's very valuable to be part of it. So let's start off by going through the past projects that have released recently and having a look at their performance. So Cashtag did really well. 20x is still sitting around there. Convergence also did very pro, and it just got listed on FTX. This one, I mean, when I did that review, I knew it was going to be just pro. Obviously it went on Presale, so that contributed to the performance. Shift, that also did really well, around 30x. Merge Style did about 15x. Ragefan actually did 20x on launch, which is really pro. Pokemon, I mean, that was absolutely insane. I think it's one of the most hyped ones recently, and it did 200x, and it's still sitting at about 100 or 150x or so. And Split as well was kind of a shocker, because this one didn't gain as much hype as some of the big ones, but it really blew up, and I think it just shows how good their idea is. And that did about 100x, and it's still sitting there, and I think it's got long-term potential. So I mean, the market has been amazing. Everything has been pumping. And in my opinion, in terms of the most hype launch pads, I actually think number one obviously is still Presale. Those are always the best performing ones. But then close second, you get BSC pad, you get Ignition, which has been doing well. Obviously Split was on Ignition, and that did really well, so that bodes very well for Ignition platform. Then you get Dialmaker, which I think is one of the top tier ones. And you get the usual other ones, but these are the ones I really think that are the top. Obviously Darkstarter as well. So I think those are already the top 4 at the moment. And there's some upcoming ones like Kickpad, BSC Starter, but those have yet to really prove themselves. Once they do, then they can get some more attention. So let's go over the projects we've covered recently. Rocket Vault announced a Ethereum partnership, and they have their sale coming up soon, so definitely keep an eye on that one. The initial market cap is actually needing to be updated. It's 250k, which is tiny. Actually, the smallest one out of any. It was Totem, 285k, but now it's Rocket Vault, 250k. Then there's a lot of projects that are coming up that I'm really, really excited about. I wanted to update some of my ratings because there's some projects I think need to change. Boson Protocol, I rated this one very long ago, back when the market was not bullish and all the projects had bigger unlocks with more potential. Boson was one of the smaller. I mean, it had like 16% on launch, and they were raising a really big amount. So at that time it wasn't that pro, which was why I rated it pronk. But now I have to update it to Becca's Pro, because I think this one is going to perform very well. So that deserves an updated rating. Then Paralink, I still think is going to be pro. Just having a look at all my ratings, I think these all still well deserved. Let's Preview. I think this hasn't picked up as much hype as I thought it would, but I still think it's really pro. So I have to make it one step down from Becca's Pro to Kak Pro, which is still very pro, but not Becca's Pro. Sightless still huge. I'm super excited about that. Sigma Dex, I have to actually upgrade that one, because this one has been building up some hype, and probably some big news coming up hopefully for it, but that gets a Becca's Pro. Then these I think are accurate. I'm keeping these as well. Yeah, these are the ones I reviewed recently, obviously, so these are all quite accurate, and the market changes quite often, so I had to go back to these older ones and update it. It's only fair. As the market changes, ratings can change. Now let's have a look at the upcoming projects. Some interesting ones. Pick Node is super early. I shared that in my announcements group, so make sure you join that, because I share some projects there before I can review them. Mina is coming up on Coinless. I think that has good potential. Tonoa X DeFi wallet, I think is going to be really big. Octeon, next BSC pad launch. That's going to be a pro one. Then Revomon was also announced to be on BSC pad. And you know, the latest BSC pad project, AOS, or I think that's how you say it, they're like 400x or so, which is mind blowing. I think it's sitting at around 100 and something x now. So there's very high hopes for 8pay, Octeon, and Revomon. I'm sure these will all perform very well. Low initial market cap and BSC pad hype. Then I'm sure you heard Serra Network just launched IDO announcement. Polkasada, Dalmaker, and there was another one. But I mean, that's huge. I think that's going to perform insanely well. They did their raise quite long ago, so it's hard to get that. So that's one to stay tuned for the public sale. And then there's the usual other ones coming up that I already covered in my previous videos. But I'll keep adding to this list. And we always discuss the projects in Telegram, so make sure to join that. And yeah, that wraps up my update video on the current market. I think everything's performing super well. I'm tempted to ape into every single pre-sale, but you have to be really careful about that because the market can obviously change at any moment. And you know, at a moment's notice can go a bit bearish and you regret aping into all the pre-sales. I mean, all the pre-sales are really doing well at the moment, even the ones that look bad. But I would still suggest avoiding the ones that look bad in your opinion, because like I said, the market can change and you can get wrecked. And obviously you need to be careful, use your capital wisely. And that wraps up my weekly update. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to post this is my review of the past week's videos. I'll post this in my announcement group. Feel free to share that if you'd like. And yeah, that wraps up my video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like, join the Telegram, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time.